These are serious strikes, and union workers would say for serious cost of living crisis times. Inflation, we learnt yesterday, had jumped yet again from 9.2% up to 10.1%. Predictions are that it could jump again in the autumn, so in the coming months, to 13%, possibly reaching 14% by January. And tube strikers are adamant that job cuts are really jeopardizing their living, that they can't face their food bills, their energy bills. So passengers in London are facing severe disruption today as these tube workers launch yet another strike. Transport for London is unsurprisingly advising people to avoid travelling today. That is both Londoners, people from outside the capital, and of course the tourists that are much needed here to help what is an ailing economy that is trying to recover very much still from the pandemic. So services, whether it's overground or underground, will be affected till tomorrow morning. And when you add this to the national rail strikes that have been happening for the last 2 or 3 months, with more set to come, and thousands of workers there, you know that there is real transport misery.
Benedict, there seems to be support for this strike. Just take a listen to these sound bites.
All just trying to make a living and get by, aren't we? So I've got all the sympathy in the world for them.
I'm very much in favour of them. They need higher wages.
I blame the rail companies. I don't blame the workers at all. I think we've all got to fight for, better standard of living.
Benedict, is this sentiment set to last, given that we also have lawyers who are set to go on strike in the offing, teachers, nurses, firefighters? The list can go on.
The list can go on. In fact, you can add to that. Very likely we're going to have in the next few weeks Royal Mail, so postal strikes. It is clear that there's real social disquiet that the next Prime Minister, which at the moment looks very much likely to be between the two candidates of Rishi Sunak and Liz Truss, the current Foreign Secretary, and apart from the cost of living crisis, which is very real and huge concern from whether it's councils up and down the land, but also lots of unions saying people and charities, people just are rushing to food banks. This is going to push so many people into fuel poverty, food poverty. People already can't pay their bills. So it's really interesting to see industrial action can often divide opinion. Here, it has consistently been in support of the workers so far. What is less clear is whether that support that is very fulsome right now will continue. I should just add that apart from overground and underground strikes here in London, there are also bus strikes, and yet there are many people and long queues here in London at the buses because of the lack of underground and overground. As I said, there was a national rail strike yesterday, one of many we've already had, 24-hour strikes. The evening before and the morning after, trains are disrupted, and we've got another national rail strike yet again tomorrow. So you can expect less than 20% of trains to be running. So a huge political challenge, a huge political headache, not just for commuters, but whoever becomes the next Prime Minister on the 6th of September.